Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in your day. Let us, as we are prone to do, begin with the why. So you can see from the worksheet, we're working on circle graphs, and the why is data analysis. Slide that over so you can see it. I would argue very strongly that the further time goes, the more data is going to be available to you guys. And I say that because of the increase of technology. Okay. Maybe if we were graphing data over time, it might look something like this. You know, and in the last 100 years or so, especially with the prevalence of computers and smartphones and all that stuff, I would say we are going up like this. Okay, this is data. Going up further and further, more technology advances, easier it is to process information. As more tech gets in the hands of people, more information is out to you. I mean, just think about, compare now to 100 years ago and what information was available to people. So your ability to understand and make choices based on data is going to be huge. You guys are going to use this in your life. So that is the why. This is something you'll see. So try to make this as real life as possible. I just Googled Republican primary, as you can see here, and just got some results here. And so we're going to put together a circle graph, and we'll walk you through that right now, and then we're going to do an activity later where you come up with your own question and create your own. So let's get into the nuts and bolts of this thing. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, give myself some space. I'm going to make a table over here, and I'll go Mr. Trump, Mr. Cruz, I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's name. Tells you how into politics I am. Cash, something, not going to win. Oh, did I say that out loud? Trump, Cruz, this guy. And then I want to do what's still available to give us a little context and to model a category called Other that you might use if you get some varying results on your question. So I'm going to call this Still Available. And we'll use that as an other for the purposes of when you do yours. Okay, so we're going to put the fraction. We're going to have a fraction here. We're going to have a percent here, and we're going to have a degree. Okay. But first we need to find the total. And I would say the total is 743 plus 545 plus 143 plus, we're going to include this. Okay. Plus 854. Alright, so I'll just go ahead and sum that. 743 plus 2285. Then I'll just start filling in my chart. Mr. Trump is 743 out of 2285. Mr. Cruz, 545. The senator, congressman from Ohio, 143 out of 2285. And still available, 845 out of 2285. Alright, so then get the percentages. 743 over 2285. Uh, 0.325, so that's like 32.5%. 545, 2285, 23.9, 143, 6.3%, and 845, oops. 30, 845 over 2285 is 30. Okay. So then let's do the degrees. Oh. Sorry, I was kind of going back and forth with my notes I did earlier, and it looks like I punched in the wrong number here, so let's make an adjustment there. 854 out of 2285. 37.4. That matches what I got the first time. So let's change that. You guys were probably on top of that. 37.4. Okay. Alright. Let's rock and roll. So to get the degree, I just take the percentage as a decimal and multiply by 360. Okay. So I'm going to go times 360 to get the degree. Alright. So the first decimal is 0.325 times 360. And that's 117. And then 0.239 times 360, which is 86. I'm just going to round to the, I'll round to the half a degree, so that'll run down to 86. And then 0.063 times 360, and 22.5, and then 0.374, 360, and I'll round that to the half as well, 134 point. Okay, so those are the degrees. And I want to make sure that these sum to, I should get 360 here, and if I don't, then I have to make an adjustment. There is quite possibly some rounding error. In fact, there was, and that's how I came up with the half, because I've already done this, and I got 361 when I rounded everything up. So I just made an adjustment and rounded everything to the 0.5%. And that's some discretion you can use, and that's what you need to be aware of. The data analysis is not always a super hard process. I mean, there's some variance there, so you need to be aware of how these things work so you can be informed. So 117 plus 86 plus 22.5 plus 4.360. So this did sum to 360. So that's a check. We're good. That makes sense. It works. Okay. And then I will let's start making our picture. Okay. And the key takeaway for me here is just to be clear and transparent. I think that's something the world needs. So I'm going to put that here. So we've shown all our work. You know, we're going to have our chart here. We're going to make everything, you know, loud and proud, transparent. We aren't trying to hide anything. We aren't trying to fool anyone. We're just trying to put some data out there. Data is neither good or bad. It's just data. It just informs what we're doing. So Trump, I'm going to go 117 degrees for Mr. Trump. And I always just start by drawing a line like this, and you could really start with a segment anywhere, but I choose to do it this way, and you know, it works for me. So 117, 110, 115, 116, 117, it's greater than 90. Remember, there's two numbers. We've done this in the past. So I'm just going to draw this right there. 117. I'm just going to put a T, a large T, because that's for Mr. Trump. Okay, and then I'll choose any one of these segments. Probably go here and do Mr. Cruz. And Mr. Cruz, if I look on my paper, was 86%. So I'm or 86 degrees, excuse me. Get in the middle, line that up. 85, 86 is right here. Okay. So I will go ahead and connect those. And that is Mr. Cruz. And then I've got 22.5 for the politician from Ohio, Mr. Cash, whatever his name is. 22.5. Okay. And then I'm going to check my work by making sure that the last remaining space is 134.5. That's pretty close. I might be off a couple degrees, but this is informal geometry. You get what you pay for, so not bad. I think fair for the purposes of what we're doing. Okay. So I'll go still available. Okay. Okay, and I'm including that other more for the purposes of when you do this. 37.4%. I'm going to put the percentage in here. Cash is 6.3%. Mr. Trump is 32.5%. Cruz. Mr. Cruz is 23.9%. Okay. And now you get to, have a little fun. You get to color and shade different things. We'll go vertical pencil. We'll go diagonal pen. We'll go highlighter here somewhere. Track that down for you. Horizontal highlighter, I'm going to leave Mr. Cash blank. So that is it. Make sure your work is on your graph. If I was probably doing this for a project, I'd probably bring this up here and have everything in one spot so you could just look at it. And because again, we're going for as much transparency as possible. All right. Thank you for your attention. You guys are going to do one of these. You're going to come up with a question, and there should be some directions on the back of this sheet along with another circle graph. So good luck moving forward. Hope you guys are well. Please have a great day.